Hi there, I'm so excited that I'm doing another Sew Everyday 30-day challenge starting June 1st. I'm doing something sewing related every single day for 30 days, and I would love for you to join me. And if you join me in my new Tasha Quilts Clubhouse community, you can also be entered into a giveaway, but more on that later. Hi, I'm Tasha from Tasha Quilts, and if you've been hanging around here for a while, you know I love me a 30-day Sew Everyday challenge. I did my first one back in September, and I loved it. And then I did it again in January and I loved it, but not quite as much because I wasn't prepared. And so now I'm really excited to do it again in June. And I've planned exactly what I'm going to try to accomplish in that month. So every day I can come down here or sit on my deck and know exactly what I'm sewing. The goal for me is to do something at least 15 minutes every single day related to sewing or my hobby of sewing and quilting, which could be sewing, designing a quilt, working on a YouTube video, or anything related to that, because I consider this Tasha Quilts YouTube channel also part of my quilting hobby. But this is your challenge as well, so if you're going to join me, you can set the rules. What do you want to spend 15 minutes a day doing, and what do you want to accomplish? That is completely up to you. I'll be sharing progress daily within the inner circle portion of my community, and I will also be sharing periodic updates, probably at least weekly, right here on YouTube. So let's get to the fun stuff. What am I trying to finish sewing in the month of June? Well, first up, I'm trying to release my third quilt pattern on June 10th called Petals Crossing, and I don't have the quilt pattern in front of me. I must have left it upstairs. So I'll put a picture of that quilt pattern here. So that comes out in a little over a week. Ooh. I've been cutting away, trimming away, and I'm excited to have finalized all of those cutting instructions and get that out into the world. So super excited to see this quilt that I designed and started writing the quilt pattern over 6 months ago finally come to life. The second thing I'd like to finish is my timeout quilt. If you have hung out on any of my lives this year, there's a good chance you've seen me working on that quilt. That is this Everlasting Star quilt. I spent forever working on half square triangles, trimming them all, and then sewing them back together. That is all done, and I'm ready to start almost assembling all of the blocks. So I just have a few more subunits to go. So my goal is to get that going, and that is something I can easily pick up and put down within 15 minutes in a day, and I'm sure I can make a ton of progress on that. So I am excited to give that a try. As you've heard me mention multiple times, it is becoming EPP season. I have this idea of creating these EPP blocks that are all hexagons, and then they go together. So I am going to start prepping some of those hexagon blocks, and I cannot wait to sit on my deck on those days and stitch away. And kind of the last thing I want to accomplish is 2 more blocks of my legit kit. So I bought Skulliver, the legit kit. I'll put a picture here. And I have gotten 1 single block done of that kit since I bought it like back in January, I think. So, or I started it back in January. I bought it late last year. So I would love to see some progress done on Skulliver. And bonus points later this month, I am traveling to the Road to VA. And when I am traveling to the Road to VA quilt show and attending the quilt show, that's going to count as my at least 15 minutes a day for that. I will not be driving 8 hours and then making myself stitch. But you never know, I might feel inspired and start working on my EPP. I will most likely be bringing some sewing with me, but not putting any pressure on myself. I am super excited to go to Road to VA later late next month and just experience my first like real big quilt show. Can't wait.
Editing Tasha here. I completely forgot about my Hexibore class. So I have my second session coming up in a couple, maybe next week. And I need to make progress on this. My progress might just be picking fabrics and ordering them, but that's okay. But how could I forget this quilt? I love this quilt. I can't wait to work on this quilt. So hopefully by the end of June, I at least have colors picked and fabric ordered, if not more. Okay, that's all. Back to the regular video.
Would you like to join me on this journey? If so, great, you're in. There's no sign up. You can just join right along. But I do want to introduce you to this Clubhouse I created where we can all get together and kind of have a more, community club feel, guild feel almost. And there are 2 portions of that. So if you join the inner circle, which I'll put the link below in the description below, that is for the month of June only, $5 a month or $50 a year. So you get 2 free months. And that price is only good for June. And once you join there, I'm going to be putting daily posts in there for the month of June. And if you comment on one of those posts in that section and just, you don't even have to share a picture. You can just say what you did. you'll get entered into a giveaway for a gift card at the end of the month. The gift card can be to wherever you would like it to be. I will send it to your email address. You tell me where you want it to go, and I will figure out how to get it to you. Every single day, you get an entry for anything you post. You don't have to do all 30 days, just whatever days you get to do. But the more days you enter, the more chances you have to win. I hope that makes sense. And I'll probably even schedule a Zoom sew day for us sometime in June for anybody who joins, just so that if anybody wants to sew together and chit chat while we do that, I'm going to explore starting to set those up. So I'm very excited for all of that. And as a little bonus, when you join, you'll get instant access to my Pinnacle Pop pattern and my Blooming Blades pattern. And when Petals Crossing drops, you'll get access to that too. So a lot of bang for your buck for the $5. And I will also be uploading all of my EPP patterns over the next month. There's already a couple up there. So there's lots of goodies for you. The purpose of me creating this group is for us to have a positive, good vibes place off of social media. Personally, for me, I'm trying to avoid social media a little bit, where we can go talk about all the quilty things we love. And, for the portion that I'm paying for is to help me recover some of the costs related to that and some of my time and energy as well. But my goal with this membership is to give you the most bang for your buck for the dollars you're spending. I want it to feel like it's a value to you. And going forward, all of the templates I make for like my random quilt blocks and all that stuff, that's all going to get dumped into the membership. But no pressure. If you don't feel like joining, you can totally come along with us on the Sew Everyday Challenge. Post down below in the comments. And I also have a free portion of the community, which includes a place to chit chat and have introductions. And that portion's free and it'll always be free. So you can join, and I'll put a link to the free portion down below as well. And you can join there and hang out with us there. So whatever floats your boat floats mine, right? I'm going to be here every single week. I will love to read your comments about what you're working on. And I would love to see what you're working on in the show and tell in the community. But whatever feels right to you feels right to me. So that's where we're at with that. Okay, that's enough of that. I hope to see you all over there in that community, in that clubhouse, whether you choose the free or the paid, or just continue to see you down here in the comments, whatever works for you. And if you're seeing this after June 1st, but before June 30th, you can still join, I should say June 30th, 2025. You can still join up. You can still enter on the days that you're working. You'll get those sewing. You can still get your entries into the giveaway, and you'll still lock in that founding members price. That's going to go on through the end of June. July 1st, the price will go up probably to $8 a month. So thank you all for watching. I cannot wait. So please let me know down below if you're in, what you're working on. Tell me all the things. You know me, I love to hear it. I hope you find some time to do something you love. I will see you on Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern for my next live, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, bye.